Alright people, what is good? Welcome back to Riverraypa Gaming. Today we're setting up the BMW M5 F90 in CarX Drift Racing Online. We're starting with the Ultimate Pro setup and then tweaking it with our own custom tune to get it driving exactly how we want it. I'm going to run through the setup live, explain what matters and why it's set like this. And if you want the exact numbers, you can just pause on each screen as we go. So, just to be clear, this tune isn't some super twitchy comp build. It's a setup for smooth, controlled drifting. Something that's easy to drive, holds good angles and feels predictable wherever they're running solo or doing tandem online. The goal here is confidence, a car that you can throw in, stay on the throttle and not feel like it's trying to kill you on every transition. So let's get into the build. Alright, starting with suspension stiffness, the main thing here is balance. The front's a bit stiffer than the rear, which helps the car feel more responsive on the initiation and keeps the nose planted when you throw it in. The rear's softer, off slightly, so it doesn't feel snappy on the throttle. It just squats, grips and lets you control the slide instead of fighting it. Dampeners are set to control the weight transfer without making the car feel dead. You still get movement, but it's smooth and predictable. Moving to alignment. Up the front, we're running fairly aggressive camber so the car keeps grip at the angles, especially in them long corners. Toe is set to help it a bit on entry without making it nervous. The steering angle is opened up enough that you've got plenty of lock to save it, but it doesn't feel floaty or weird mid-drift. The Ackerman's set so both front wheels are actually working together, which makes the car way more stable in the transitions. For the wheels and tyres, this is all about consistency. We're running wide tyres front and rear, and the pressures are set so the car brakes traction smoothly instead of snapping loose. Grip is high enough to carry the speed, but not so high that the car just wants to straighten itself all the time. This setup makes it really easy to stay on the throttle and hold them angles. Brakes are kept pretty simple. Bias is slightly forward so the car stays stable when you tap on the brakes on entry. We've got no ABS and we've got no launch control. This tune's built around throttle control rather than dumping the clutch. Alright, moving on to the gearbox and diff. For this setup we're running a clutch based limited slip diff, which gives you way more control to a welded or a super aggressive diff. Preload is kept fairly low so the car doesn't feel locked all the time. It still wants to rotate nicely on entry. Power lock is set just over halfway, which helps both rear wheels stay driving together when you're on the throttle without forcing the car to straighten up mid-drift. Coast lock is low, so when you lift off the car rotates more naturally instead of pushing wide. Overall, this drift setup is about smooth transition and keeping the car predictable, especially when you're linking corner and running tandems. Overall, this setup makes the M5 feel really smooth. It initiates clean, holds angles nicely and transitions smoothly whether you're driving solo or running tandems. If you want the exact values, just pause on each screen as we go through the setup. Drop a like if this video helped, subscribe for more CarX Drift setups, and let me know in the comments what car you want to see next.
Models popping bottles.